Like this video to support. Join our YouTube family now and never miss out on epic content, entertainment, and surprises. Hit that subscribe button. Let's start. Spoiler alert.
The film opens in 1943 during the Pacific War. As the sirens sound, Mahito Maki awakens and rushes outside in a panic toward the burning hospital. People flee their homes while Mahito shouts out for his mother, Hisako, who is burning in a hospital. Hisako dies later and Mahito leaves Tokyo with his father, Soichi, who oversees a wartime arsenal. Soichi remarries Natsuko, who is expecting a baby. Mahito joins them at Natsuko's estate where 7 other elderly maids live. Mahito and Natsuko spot a grey heron that dwells nearby, swooping by. Mahito tries to track down and catch the heron, but it is evasive. He comes across a tower on the estate grounds. Natsuko tells him that her granduncle erected the tower before her birth. He was intrigued with exploring other realms but built a network of tunnels beneath the tower before fleeing from the family. Mahito begins in school but is ridiculed and picked by other students. On the walk home, he picks up a rock and smacks himself in the head, resulting in a terrible gash. Shochi makes a donation to the school and pulls Mahito out despite his assertion that he only slipped. As he heals, he discovers a book entitled How Do You Live? Written by Hisako for Mahito to read. When he grows up, he has nightmares of his mother perishing in fire. Mahito runs into the heron again after it mocks him. He chases the bird outside and confronts him, demanding to know what he wants. The heron requests Mahito's presence and offers him to take him to his mother. A group of frogs surrounded by Mahito's body before the maids emerge and discharge an arrow, scaring them and the heron away. They inform him that Natsuko has gone missing and Mahito notices her heading toward the tower. One of the maids accompanies Mahito as he walks toward the tower in search of heron. Once he does, the heron leads him into the tower where he offers Hisako to Mahito, but it is an illusion he created. As Mahito touches it, it melts. As Mahito fiercely chastises the heron, a figure above the tower master tells heron to accompany Mahito. When Mahito pierces the heron's beak, an arrow made him one of its feathers. The heron transforms into a short, chubby, blunt man. The heron then forces Mahito and the maid to sink into the floor alongside him. Mahito finds in another world of an island where he encounters a flock of ravens, pelicans. He is discovered by a sailor woman, Kiriko, who keeps them away from Mahito. Although she chastises him for opening the graveyard gates as a result of the meeting, Mahito follows Kiriko as he rides her boat home, saying that there are phantoms in the world. Kiriko takes Mahito to her home where she cares for Vavara, small marshmallow-like spirit. She feeds so they can ascend beyond the spirit realm and be born. Mahito assists Kiriko in cutting open a large fish and subsequently deduces that she is the same maid that accompanied him into the spirit world, as she is miniature figures of the other old woman she lives with. At night, Mahito and Kiriko watch Vavara climb only for the pelicans to arrive and try to consume them. They are halted by a little girl with firepower named Lady Hime. It's the lead noble pelican who, as he dies from his injuries in a fire blast, confesses that pelicans had no alternative but to swallow the Vavara for sustenance. The heron finds Mahito again and joins him for one last lunch at Kiriko's before leaving her. As they continue onward, Mahito assists in repairing the heron's beak hole, which prevents him from flying in his native avian form. They are separated again. Mahito encounters gigantic parakeets. They claim to be taking him to find Natsuko, but they intend to eat him. Hime scares them away with her fire powers. He asks about his condition. Hime replies that Natsuko is her sister and her granduncle, the Tower Master, established this planet and means to travel between realms. Hime leads Mahito to a door that would transport him back to the world where he sees Soichi and maids desperately searching for him. Natsuko, while Mahito and Hime are pursued by parakeets, Mahito decides to stay so that he can assist in finding Natsuko. There is a struggle with the parakeets and Mahito goes unconscious. Meanwhile, one of the maids tells Soichi that the tower was built from a meteorite and that Hisako went missing for a year, following its construction before miraculously reappearing. A brief while, Mahito is escorted to meet granduncle who wants him to be his successor in the running this planet. as a blood related free of malice, as he hopes his new world will be free of all the evils and actual world. Mahito recognizes the scar he gave himself was caused by his own malice. When Mahito awakens, he is held captive by the parakeets. The heron creeps in and kills some parakeets before realizing Mahito. They rejoin Himi as they approach the chamber when Natsuko is being held. When Mahito tries to bring Natsuko back, the energy in the room causes bandages to encircle them, but she becomes angry and tells Mahito she despises him. When Mahito confirms she will be his mother, returns to the normal world. Mahito and the heron attempt to release Himi from the parakeets. The parakeets king works with his granduncle to keep the world in order for his army. After liberating Himi, Mahito decides not to succeed Grandos. When Mahito invites him to join him, she declines because she exposes herself to the younger version of Hisaku, who would eventually become his mother. She bids Mahito and Natsuko farewell before following Kiriko through their own door. Mahito, Natsuko and Heron and the entire flock of parakeets make it out of the door just as the tower collapses. Mahito and the Natsuko reconcile with Soichi, and Kiriko reappears with her younger self handed Mahito a charm that resembled her. The Heron informs Mahito he will be ultimately forget the other realm, and he bids him farewell as a friend. 2 years after the war, Mahito is returning at Tokyo with Soichi, Natsuko and his younger brother.
Please make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Check out the other videos if you watched this video all the way through. Cheers.